friends, and happy Groundhog Day. Hello, friends, and happy Groundhog Day. Hello, friends, and happy Okay, you get the idea. Over and over and over. So in honor of Groundhog Day, we thought we would do something a little special, a little bit different. If you're not familiar with the movie starring Bill Murray, he relives the same day over and over and over again. So we thought, what if that happened at Disney? What if Puxatawny Phil came out of the ground, saw the Disney castle shadow, and decided that you were going to be reliving the same day at Disney over and over again? Which 5 rides could we just never get tired of? This is our top 5, which obviously we usually do at our home office, but we thought this one would be a little more fun to bring you guys along on location, and you could tag along with us.
So it's the rides that we would be okay riding every day for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And hence why I'm wearing my Aladdin ears today. Aladdin is my favorite movie. I would be very happy wearing these ears every single day for the rest of my life. That's what we're doing today.
Appropriate. So we both came up with our own 5.
Yes.
We didn't confer about it, we just did it separately and then compared. We do have some that are the same.
Yeah, our lists are pretty similar because we're usually on the same page here.
Yeah.
But they're very similar, but there are some few differences, so it was enough to warrant separate lists.
Interestingly enough though, we will only be here at Animal Kingdom and at the other kingdom, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We didn't have any repeats at Epcot or Hollywood Studios. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna head right off the bat to your number 5.
My number 5, which is the Safari.
Kilimanjaro Safaris.
And my thought process with this one is, I always enjoy the Safari, but I love animals, and I figured if I saw animals every day for the rest of my life, that would be a good day every single day.
Yeah, and it's always changing. So
Yeah.
from a logic standpoint, this was probably the best choice.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the same ride twice, exactly. So with that said, let's go ahead and head inside, head over to Africa to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
And here we
You got 2 people ready. So keep an eye out for your favorite animal and let me know if we see it. Anybody have a favorite animal they want to see today? About 5 feet tall at the shoulders. And they don't have horns because these are females. Black rhinos. The black rhinos weigh about 3,000 pounds. Everyone look to your left in the water. Swimming around is the most dangerous animal in Africa. There it is. It's a hippo. When I go slowly around the corner, there's one walking kind of just off the riverbed. So there she is on the left. These guys outlived the dinosaurs. They make alligators seem like puppies. Now giraffes also have very big hearts. And I mean that in 2 ways. Yes, they're very sweet, but also their hearts are literally huge. They weigh about 25 pounds. They're about 2 feet in diameter. Well, he's definitely a boy. He's a male, and you can totally tell because he's by himself. That's how you know. Oh, look, it's broken right here. Okay, I'll pick it up this bridge. That's what's found inside their tusks. And of
That's
course, donated to the Disney
fantastic.
Conservation Fund. Now, if you look very carefully on the left, the little island they're all standing on is a hidden Mickey. Now the flamingos turn pink because they eat brine shrimp, which is full of a beta-carotene, and that's a protein, so it turns them pink. They weigh 5,000 pounds. And although they're built like tanks, they're still very agile, so they still run about 35 miles per hour. Kwaherini, everyone. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.
Kwaherini, everyone. That was fun.
Yeah.
As always.
I feel like it totally deserves to be on this list because it always changes. It's always good. Plus, too, sometimes you get lucky and you get like a really good driver, which we had this time. Like
Yes.
I got so many tidbits this time that I had never gotten before. I learned that a group of flamingos is a flamboyant.
A group of hippos is a float.
A group of crocodiles is a float.
And a group of giraffes is a tower.
A group of rhinos is a crash. Think, if you wrote this every single day of your life, just think of how much smarter you'd be.
My brain hurts. So that's gonna wrap up your number 5.
Yeah.
That was fun. Now we're gonna head over to my number 5, which they're animals, but a little bit different. Are you ready?
For what?
A blast to the past.
Ooh.
It's my number 5. It's fast. It's a blast. It's in the past. Let's roll.
Okay, Matthew. You've ridden this ride probably more than any other human being that's ever existed, both during this Cretaceous period and that one.
Right?
Why do you love this ride so much?
It's fun. It's got a little bit of a sing to it. It's a lot different, I think, than other rides. It's a dark ride, but it's not your traditional like family fun Fantasyland dark ride. It's a dark ride. The pre-ride video is one of my favorites. We've had a lot of fun inside jokes over the years and quoting of that and such. To me, it doesn't get old, but I think nostalgia definitely plays a bit of a factor in this.
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Hello there. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal and that's not good. Boom! You're back with one additional passenger extra large.
Little fun fact, that's actually the chemical equation for ketchup, mustard, and mayo. Red, yellow, and white. So here's another little fun hidden thing. Sector CTX, that stands for Countdown to Extinction, which was the original name of the attraction. WDI, Walt Disney Imagineering, and AK-98, Animal Kingdom 98, the year it opened.
Get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll.
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino. Identify. At least this one's a vegetarian.
Carnotaurus.
They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it! You made it!
I knew you would. Thanks for everything. Hello there, again. Well, that was fun as always. Only thing is, unfortunately today it's kind of like maybe what you'd call B mode. Looks like they're kind of working on some stuff.
Yeah.
Where you shift into 4-wheel drive. Dinosaur usually chases you. The Carnotaurus actually moves, which is one of the best parts of the ride.
Right.
Fortunately, it wasn't doing that.
The only thing with this ride is that stuff kind of will go down often.
Yeah.
But this ride is so floatable, I think it makes up for it.
Knew you would. Guess who made it back with you?
Extra large.
So that will wrap up our number 5s. Now we're going to move on to our number 4, which is a commonality that we share, but not here.
Not here.
Where are we going?
To the kingdom that is magical.
Ah, so we're leaving the kingdom that is animal and going to the kingdom that is magical.
That's correct.
All right, well, we better get going. Let's head over there. All right, so we have made it over to Magic Kingdom. Now we're here in Tomorrowland because both of our number 4 attraction happens to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. It's a classic.
Part of the reason why it's re-rideable, it's a classic. I think the thrill aspect of it, you know,
Yeah.
it never gets old.
And honestly, Space Mountain is the one, personally, I can confirm I'm okay riding it over and over and over again because this is one of those rides where when we would come for extra magic hours at like 1 in the morning, we would ride this like 10 times in a row.
Yeah.
So I know it's fun to re-ride over and over and over again.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
It never stops being fun.
Seriously, for me, he always sits behind me and he like yells funny stuff into my ear, so it makes me laugh a lot. So I think that's one thing for me, is that I always laugh a lot on this ride.
Well, let's get to laughing because we're here.
Turbulent roller coaster type.
Careful on the right side.
Take us home.
Whoa, that was a quick ride into space.
Oh, R.I.P. to the moving walkway. But this is cool. Check out this. I like that.
No, look at that doggy. It looks like Bandit with the little short ears.
Bandito. And now, luckily, our next one is here at Magic Kingdom.
Still in this one.
So we don't have to go back over to Animal Kingdom yet. We're gonna head over to Frontierland though.
We were just in the space, the final frontier. Now we're going to the original frontier.
That's right. Good, nice segue there. What are we going for though? I'll tell you it's a mountain. But which one is it? You have to wait and see. All right, if you guys guessed that we were coming to Splash Mountain, well, unfortunately you're wrong. We're going over to Thunder. Although to give Splash Mountain the due it deserves, it could be in consideration. It's definitely a great ride.
Oh, I definitely thought about it. I love that ride.
And there's a lot going for it. It has the thrill. It's a very long ride. You're definitely getting your bang for your buck.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a dark ride meets a thrill ride. I mean, it's awesome.
And you get views.
My only issue is I don't like being cold and wet.
Yep.
And while it doesn't get cold often in Florida. I get cold so easily that I will get cold. So that's why it didn't make it for me.
Yeah, when you consider that, I think it kind of takes it down a peg,
Yeah.
but it definitely has a lot going for it. However, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is an all-time favorite. We had to put this one on the list, of course, and luckily it ended up being the same spot for both of us.
We go on this ride almost every time we're in this park.
Yeah, this is probably more of a must-do, quote-unquote, than any of the other things that we've done. We always have to hit this. The whole family loves this one. It's always a great time. Probably a bad time to ask, but how do you feel about the only mammal that flies? So yeah, the fun, the thrill, the excitement,
Yeah.
then you also get the view. Back on Dinosaur. Well, that was a blasty blast.
That was the loudest ride in the wilderness.
And that's why it's on the list.
Of course.
Because it's always a good time. It's always a good time. That was number 3
3.
for both of us.
Yeah,
Now, I think we have the same number 2 as well,
we do.
but not here.
We have to take a little bit of a jump.
We're gonna have to trek over to Animal Kingdom. Lightspeed jump. I do hear that it's a little bit sunnier over there
Yeah,
than
weird.
it is here.
Weird, right?
So, let's go. And back
Whoa,
in the other kingdom.
I'm exhausted.
So, if you couldn't see behind us, you can now. Number 2
2.
on my list. And 2 on your list too, that's right, I forgot.
2 for number 2.
Expedition Everest.
Yeah.
Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. It's just really great theming, even if you have to wait in the standard queue. That's always nice to see. We usually do Fast Pass, we don't have one today, so we'll get the chance to see that queue again, which we haven't seen in a while. But just great theming, and then I love that you can see, there's a vista when you get up to the top. So, you know, I don't think that would get old, being able to look around and see things that are being built and see
Yeah.
the different parks. And
I also feel like this is the ride at Disney with the highest thrill that I'm always in the mood for.
yeah,
Like, I really like Rock and Roller Coaster, and I really, really like it, and I thought about putting it on my list. But that one is so intense. Like, if I'm like feeling 100%, like, I'm not gonna do that one because that'll make me too ill. But this one, it's like the peak of the peak of extreme that I feel like I can do on any given day.
enough talk, let's hit it.
Yeah.
Here we go. I can show you Disney World. I just hope the Yeti doesn't get offended. Grand Destino Tower. It's coming along. Oh, he's not very happy. And here we go. So tell me, what's become of my animatronic? It's still in B mode! Ooh, doggy. I'm reminded of why that was a consideration for number 1.
That time it like really got to me because we sat in the second row, and that's the first time in a really long time I've been up front, and I forgot how close you get to like the tracks going over. Like, I've ridden this a million times, you understand, but I was still like, oh no! Like, I think that's why it's so good, is that the thrills never get old.
That's right. In my opinion, like you said earlier, the perfect amount of thrill.
And you know what's impressive too is that there's something in that ride that is not functioning correctly. Like, that Yeti is supposed to be moving and it's not, but it's still that good. Like, it's crazy that there was a flaw to it, and it's still one of my favorite rides.
Mwah. We have concluded 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, and we've actually concluded Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Because both of our number ones, although different, are over where it all started, at Magic Kingdom.
Yes. We have to go all the way back over there. Man, my legs are tired.
Drats. Let's go. And we're back.
At MK.
We're here for Chelsea's number one.
It was number one.
Can you tell what it is? It's spooky.
Haunted Mansion.
Why is this number one, Haunted Mansion?
It's actually kind of funny that it's number one because I'm not a very spooky person, but I have a lot of nostalgia with Haunted Mansion. My first Disney trip was when I was 4, and this is the ride I remember riding distinctly because I remember being 4 years old and being in line and like crying because I was really scared and I didn't want to go on it. And my dad said, "Oh, you'll be okay, it'll be fun." And then I went on and I was laughing and I had a great time. And I don't know, it's just really nostalgic. It makes me think of that first Disney trip and makes me think of my dad, and it just makes me smile. And I'd be okay reliving that every day for forever. Awesome music. There's so much that you can see with this ride. I mean, I've rode it a million times and there's still things, new things that I pick out and see that are different every once in a while. You know, if I'm gonna get all like deep and like thinking about stuff, I'd say it's, you know, it's something that's supposed to be dark, but it's actually really happy, which is how we can always look at stuff, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, let's hit it then.
Yay!
Haunted Mansion. 999 happy haunts.
Yay!
Are you going to be the 1000th this time?
I think I would be, since it's my number one. I think I should be.
Number one. Ooh. It's Doom.
Which spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights. 999 happy portals.
Not a good place to lose one's head. That's no way to get ahead in life. They'll never be the head of a major corporation. You can't see anything. It's really dark in here. Yeah. Alright, long been debated. Is this Walt Disney's? Let's go, Beardy! We can never remember their names. I know some of you guys know it. We always just say Beardy. He's our favorite. And we don't have a ghost. It's Beardy!
We got Beardy!
I can't see you.
Oh,
well, we will. It's number one, so. Alright. I mean, what do we have to say?
it's
Good as always.
Good. Another thing I thought of though too, because it didn't break down when we were on it, but it broke down right before we got on it. It made me also think that if you are someone who has ever, where it has been broken down and they had to turn the lights on, that is an interesting ride to see with the lights on.
No doubt.
So that's another thing. If you rode it every day, then you'd probably see with the lights on at some point, and I think that's one of the most interesting rides to see with the light on.
So that is your number one.
Yes.
Your list is completed.
Now it's time for your number one.
My number one. So of course, as we said earlier, it's also here at Magic Kingdom. So we're heading there right now. We're gonna go back over to Tomorrowland, where we did our number 4 attraction earlier.
Yes.
So now we're gonna hit my number one. It's a lot different. I told you it'd be different. Bet you weren't expecting that.
I know you better than anybody, and I know that you love this ride. I love this ride too, but I wasn't expecting you to pick this one as your number one.
In the end, I settled on this one. My logic being that we're talking about things you could do over and over, day after day. And you're always in the mood for this ride. You know, the pacing of it, it's calm. Sometimes maybe you don't feel like doing a thrill ride. It's always enjoyable. There's lots of nostalgia. I like looking at all the different rides. You go into Space Mountain, you get to see inside Buzz Lightyear, which is one of my favorite rides as well. The view that you get of Magic Kingdom, you get of Tomorrowland, you even go out and can see Main Street and the castle and the hub. So my thought being that you know, a great time to ride this ride is during the holidays, from Halloween to Christmas with all the decorations. You would get to see all of that. Anytime there's a fireworks show, parade, stage show out there, you would get to see all of that. So it would help keep this interesting and fresh. I don't feel like it would ever go stale.
That's a good point.
So
See, he's so smart. I would have never thought of this one.
has to be number one, and a good way to end this, so let's hit it. Before we get on though, one other small criteria I considered with this is that typically it does not have a line, and if it does, it's a very short line.
Not today.
That is not the case today. That is Fresh Orbiter, but the rest that you can see is the People Mover line.
While we're on this side note, like, what's going on today?
There's a lot of people here. But really, after the holidays end, it usually attendance kind of drops. There's a lot of people.
It's January 29th.
It's February 2nd.
Oh, right. Groundhog Day.
Come on.
I mean, let's be honest here. We are creating an illusion here. We're not, you know, we didn't actually jump, hop, hop, hop from Animal Kingdom to Magic Kingdom. Not really Groundhog Day. But if it was on Groundhog Day, then we couldn't give you this video on Groundhog Day.
Back to the original point though, there is no way we should have been able to go off on this tangent without being on this ride already normally.
No.
Normally it's walk right on. It's the longest we've ever waited for this. As many times we told you we've ridden this in the past, and it's in the hundreds. This is the first time we ever waited in a line like this.
Yeah, if we weren't doing this challenge today, we would not be waiting in this line.
Yeah.
But we're doing this for you.
For you, the viewer.
So you can experience TTA at your disposal when you so please.
And she called it TTA, and that's what we always call it. We know it's the People Mover, but TTA, Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
Yeah.
And we have a friend who calls it the blue line as well, because that's technically, it is the blue line, and when you go through the one part, you can see the red line as well.
Right.
I wonder, do you guys have alternative names for rides that you use like that? That you and your family and your friends know what you're referring to? You might know what the official name of the ride is, but you call it something different. So another example would be Flight of Passage over in Pandora Animal Kingdom. We call Banshee, because it's just fun and easy, and everyone knows what we're talking about.
I think my dad started that actually.
Curious if you guys have anything like that you kind of have a different way of referencing. Hit us up in the comments. Alternative names? Maybe? Nice, comfortable, padded, cushy seats too. You just can't go wrong with this ride. Slow, calm, relaxing.
I have definitely napped on this ride before.
More than once.
Yeah.
See, every day you can just have this wonderful view, Tomorrowland, all the futuristic fun things it has to offer. Oh, and this is another point, watching the sunset, night comes, watching all the lights come on, and so you just get different views. I'm feeling confident in my decision. I mean, tell me that you would get tired of looking at this. I mean, I don't think so, folks. I've always really liked this model city. I always thought it was so cool. When I was a kid, I just was astounded by this. Wanted to build things like this myself, but I don't have the talent or the patience. There's the red line. I mentioned that earlier. We're on the blue line. There goes the red line. Here we go. Mickey Star Traders. There's a lot of hidden Mickeys in there. Take them all in. Pause. Find them. I will say though, I do miss the old audio speed.
Oh yeah.
Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow.
I do too. I think a lot of people do.
How about this though? Tron Coaster construction update. I didn't realize we were gonna have this view. See, just more and more reasons to ride this ride. Look at this. They are tearing it all up. So rerouting the train, the railroad, and building Tron. And I think they're also going to be doing the modifications to the speedway. But look at all that, man. It is. Here we go. It's coming. It's going to be a while, but it's coming.
So excited.
And just yet another cool thing. You get to watch the Space Mountain rockets. There goes one. Ascending into space. When you look down, you can actually see the exit line. There's that dog we said looks like Bandit right there. That's the exit line for Space Mountain if you look over. And of course you get to see the intergalactic journeys of Buzz Lightyear as you try to be a galactic hero. So in honor of this Groundhog Day repetitive rendezvous,
Yes.
where are we dining?
We are at one of our favorites, which is Harbor House.
Columbia Harbor House.
Oh, Columbia Harbor House. Remember how we were talking about how we give short names to stuff. We always call this Harbor House.
Yeah.
But yes, Columbia Harbor House to be official and correct. We come here all the time. We just like the vibe. It's always nice and chill. We love eating up here, upstairs, in this little room.
So those windows overlook the entrance to Fantasyland, and these windows overlook Liberty Square and the riverboat and stuff.
I'd definitely be good with coming here every day.
Yeah.
Getting this.
Your favorite,
My
chicken nuggets and
favorite.
fries. And I usually get the salmon with double green beans. And surprisingly, the salmon's actually really good for a quick service place. You wouldn't think that,
Yeah.
but I tried it one day and it was good. And that's why, like, the menu, they have a lot of different things.
I get the basic thing that you can get anywhere else. I don't know why I like chicken nuggets so much at Disney, but they just taste better. I always say that it's like pixie dust or whatever. I've been saying that for years, but they're really good to me, and I love them. And I especially love them here because I can sit and watch this nice view, and I'm happy, so I can do this every day.
Ah. Alright guys, I think that's gonna finish us up here. Alright guys, I think that's gonna finish it. Oh, we did that earlier at the beginning, repeating things, Groundhog Day.
Oh, and I still didn't get it again.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our little soiree and bounce around two of the 4 parks. We didn't really have anything at Epcot or Hollywood Studios, just stuck with the 2 kingdoms, but that's the way it shook out. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys, well, watch this video over and over again. Well, really what we hope is that you will comment down below. Let us know what your top Groundhog Day, over and over, never get old rides would be here at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, and I really like doing a top 5 this way, where we came out and did stuff. So
Yeah.
if you have like some kind of idea about some way we can run around the park and do a top 5 or do some other kind of challenge, let us know, because we'll totally come out down here and do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let us know what your top things would be. Let us know any ideas you'd like to see. If you have any questions or anything else, as always, leave a comment down below. Hit us up with our travel agent information, which is at the end of all of our videos. So I think that's going to do it for us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Happy travels.
Happy travels.
Happy travels.
Happy travels.
Happy travels.
Happy travels.
Okay.